Hello and welcome to Jeopardy! History Edition! Today we have three very fine contestants. First up is Amphika, the unemployed cat lady from Kansas. Next, we have Medhuri, who is an alligator wrestler from Montana.
My name's Molly.
Okay then. And last but not least, our returning champion, Ashwina, the chicken wrangler from Alaska. Please enjoy our show. Please welcome Amphika, Madhuri, and our returning champion, Ashwina. We'll start out with these categories: the League of Nations, the Great Depression, the Peace Settlements, Post-War Problems 1920 to 1923, A Peaceful Interlude, and World War II. Ashwina, our returning champion, would you like to start us off?
League of Nations for 100, please.
This was the primary aim of the League of Nations.
What is to prevent war?
We all know how well that one worked out. Correct.
League for 200?
The League was dependent on the cooperation of all nations. These three countries initially handicapped the League due to their lack of membership.
What is the USA, USSR, and Germany?
Wasn't it the US's idea anyway? Correct.
League for 400?
Britain, France, Italy, and Japan were the initial permanent members of this division of the League of Nations. What is the Assembly? Correct. League for 800, please. Part of the League's remit was to set up international offices dealing with these three issues. What are labor, health, and transport? Correct. League of Nations for 1,000. During this golden age of the League, Britain, Germany, and France worked closely on the Council to prepare for a World Disarmament Conference. What are the years 1925 to 1930? Correct. World War II for 100? These two countries declared war on Germany, thus beginning the Second World War.
What are France and Great Britain?
Correct.
Post-war problems for 100?
These two countries had considerable disagreements about implementing the treaties, which included disarmament, reparations, and the implementation of the treaty in Eastern Europe.
What are France and Great Britain?
Aren't they the best of friends? Correct.
Post-war problems for 200?
The occupation of the Ruhr Valley came to an end with this, which was negotiated by Britain, France, and the United States of America. What is the Dawes Plan? Correct. Post-war problems for 400, please. The original Treaty of Sèvres was abandoned in 1923, and this treaty was negotiated by the Allies and Turks.
What is the Treaty of Lausanne?
Oh, didn't see you there. Correct.
Post-war problems for 800?
In January of this year, France invaded the Ruhr Valley because of Germany's late delivery of coal and timber.
What is 1923?
Correct.
Post-war problems for 1,000?
This man was able to recapture Turkish Armenia, defeat the Greek army in Smyrna, and made the Allies abandon the Treaty of Sèvres.
Who is Mustafa Kemal? Great Depression for 100, please.
This country retreated back into isolationism during the Great Depression.
What is America?
That's right.
World War II for 1,000.
War first broke out in this country between early 1938 and September 1939, which then led to the deterioration of the diplomatic situation in Europe.
What is Czechoslovakia?
That is wrong. What is Poland? That's right.
World War II for 200? This pact established Soviet neutrality in a case of a German-Polish war.
What is the Nazi-Soviet pact?
Correct. World War II for 400, please. After being spared by concessions made at the Munich conference, such as the offer of a German-speaking Sudetenland as well as the threat of a war, Hitler finally took this country in March 1939 when he took advantage of growing ethnic tensions.
What is Czechoslovakia?
Correct. World War II for 800. In March 1938, Hitler annexed this country.
What is Austria?
That's right.
Great Depression for 200?
The Depression triggered Mussolini's plans to occupy this area of land.
What is Abyssinia?
Correct.
Great Depression for 400?
The desire to possess these two natural resources sparked Japan to seize Manchuria in 1931.
What are coal mines and iron ore?
That's right.
Great Depression for 800?
Germany, Japan, and Italy began to demand these in order to gain economic power over Britain and France, who possessed main colonies as well as the large, powerful states of the USA and USSR.
What are spheres of influence?
Correct.
Great Depression for 1,000, please?
In this country, the Nationalist Officer Corps gained increasing influence over the government during the Depression.
What is Japan?
Correct.
Peaceful Interlude for 100?
This treaty, signed in October 1925, provided for the demilitarization of the Rhineland by France, Germany, Britain, and Italy, as well as set up the post-1919 frontiers between Belgium and Germany and between France and Germany.
What is Locarno?
Correct!
Interlude for 200?
Created by the American Secretary of State and the French Foreign Minister, this anti-war treaty had 50 nations by 1933.
I'm disappointed in you. You didn't read Chapter 1 of War and Peace?
The question was, what is the Kellogg-Briand Pact? Ashwina, next answer?
Peaceful Interlude for 400?
This plan arranged for an international loan to be granted to Germany and recommended an initially more gradual scale of repayment for the reparations, which would give Germany the chance to recover economically.
What is the Dawes Plan?
Correct. Peaceful Interlude for 800, please. This man was the German foreign minister following World War I and supported the principle of a European customs union and a common currency.
Who is Gustav Stresemann?
Correct. Interlude for 1,000. At this conference in 1929, the Young Plan, which cut the overall total sum of reparations that Germany had to pay, was accepted by Berlin, and the British and French agreed to pull out of the Rhineland 5 years earlier than committed by the Treaty of Versailles.
What is the Hague Conference?
Correct.
Peace settlements for 1,000?
After the war, the Big Four had different aims. France wanted to weaken Germany. The United States wanted to establish a League of Nations and create countries based on self-determination. Britain wanted to stabilize Germany, which would be a barrier against Bolshevism. And Italy wanted the Entente to honor this treaty, which would give them Istria and Dalmatia.
What is the Treaty of London of 1890?
That is incorrect.
What is the Treaty of London of 1915?
Correct.
Peace settlements for 800, please?
In March of 1921, the Soviet-Polish borders were finalized in this treaty.
What is the Treaty of Riga?
Correct. 400, please? The Treaty of Trianon dealt with this country, which lost 2/3 of its territory to Czechoslovakia, Romania, and Yugoslavia.
What is Hungary?
Correct.
Peace settlements for 200, please.
This treaty decreased the size of Austria and gave its non-German speaking territories of Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia.
What is the Treaty of Saint Germain?
Correct. Peace settlements for 100, please.
There were 5 major treaties at the Paris Peace Conference: the Treaty of Versailles, the Treaty of Trianon, the Treaty of Saint Germain, the Treaty of Sèvres, and this treaty.
What is the Treaty of Neuilly?
Correct.
And now it's time for Final Jeopardy! The category is World Leaders. Players, please make your wagers. Ready? Here's the clue. This chancellor exploited the devastating impact of the Great Depression in order to convince Western powers that Germany could not afford to pay her reparations. 30 seconds on the clock. Good luck. Okay, let's see everyone's wagers. This'll be interesting. And now for the questions. Bruning is correct. This brings our new scores to Marjorie is the winner with $6,600. Congratulations.